Hello, Virgo. Hello, hello, my loves. Let's do your November bonus. Let's just jump right in. I feel like you may have a beef with someone coming up. I don't think this is already something there. It could be with a family member, with a lover, with a friend, with a coworker. It could be with anyone, but I feel like you're just not seeing eye to eye. And I'm using the after tarot and these bonus messages and kind of throwing two or three, four cards and seeing kind of what the outcome is. But when I look at this after tarot, we've got the Page of Pentacles on there. So it could be about something you're planning to do. It could be something they're planning to do. Okay, and we've got the Judgment card, which shows up there, and with the Empress. So somebody really thinks they're right. Okay, and they may be using a little bit of authority, or they may kind of, I almost feel like they may be almost bullying a little bit or like a little bit intimidating because this guy looks really irritated, right? And this guy looks a little scared, a little nervous. And they're both holding on to their wands, but it's almost like there's a little bit of a beef about it. We've got the Wizard of Awareness, and so again, I feel like that you're going to have to make a decision. I don't think you're going to be able to convince this person. All right, we got the Wizard of Awareness, maybe, maybe. Some of you may be, and then we got to take inspired action. That's full moon in Virgo, that's you. And the full moon in Sagittarius card with the see the bigger picture. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Maybe somebody's making themselves like, they're kind of like making you do a little dance, Virgo. So this could be somebody that's really like running you through the, I don't know, like they're making, I feel like for some of you, somebody could really be trying to get you to earn something like that you don't really need to earn. I don't know if that makes sense or if that resonates. Y'all can let me know in the comments below. So this could be like you need a raise at work and they're making you jump through hoops when you already know that you've done the work to deserve it. Or this could be in a relationship where it's like, I don't know, there could be almost a little bit of a tug of war going on between you and someone else. So definitely in a relationship, if you're having to make some sort of a decision, you could be on like opposite ends on this decision. You could be on opposite sides with what's going on. So that kind of is what I'm picking up so far. Let's see what else we have for you, Virgo. So I feel like there could be a little bit of something with negotiations. Maybe you're trying to negotiate a contract or something and having a little bit of push and pull and tug of war. We got practice gratitude. That's last quarter moon in Sagittarius. So this could even be like a legal situation. Some of you may be dealing with something with a legal situation. Push through any insecurities. Okay. So again, I feel like that with the practice gratitude, things are going to work out for you with the situation, but you really are almost going to have to, it's causing you to really kind of stand up for yourself. I feel like I think there's something where you're really kind of having to, maybe even if this is something where things seem off balance in any kind of situation in your life. The movement card came up. We saw this with Pisces as well, and I want one more. And we've got the magic stream. All right, so I think you're going to like the way things happen. Got heal the ouch on the bottom. That's an 11 energy with the 38. And we've got a new beginning, 121, and we've got 9. So you could be seeing something now as well. There could be something going on. Let's throw the tarot. Wherein I feel like there is going to be a beef come up, or there's going to be some sort of like, where you're having opposing views, like there is definitely going to be a situation. I do not think you are going to change their mind, but I do think you're going to speak your piece. I feel like that. But for some of you, maybe something's coming in to fix a situation that has been troubled, but I kind of feel like the vibe I'm getting is watch out, Virgo, watch out. There definitely can be some communication issues going on with Mercury retrograde, and you and Gemini are ruled by Mercury, so you feel these when they come out, even though it's not in your sign, but it is going to be partially in the sign of Sagittarius during this retrograde, which is one of your mutable sign cousins. So Page of Wands, and we've got the Hangman, And we got the Queen of Swords, so definitely communication is a big deal here. We got the Ten of Cups. So I think there's like probably a good opportunity, or there's something you're taking charge on and somebody else is not feeling, I think for some of you that they're not seeing your point of view. Okay. And I definitely think whatever this is, and if you're somebody else that you're just not seeing what's going on with them, and they're doing something, and you're like, why the hell would you do that? And there's some opposing viewpoints on that. I still think that maybe whoever is not involved in taking the action cannot see the full picture. And there's a lot of major arcana here. All right, so we got Page of Wands crossed by the Hangman, the Queen of Swords. I think there's like maybe a really good opportunity on the table. And somebody else does not think it's a good opportunity. What's the Ten of Cups? And as well, there could be something where somebody just kind of like, I still feel that it's a moment for you to step up for sure. And I think that you want to be careful. Use your verbal skills. You've got them. Make sure you're using them. Yeah. The Wheel of Fortune. But there is something coming up that's very good. And you could be within yourself that you're battling. And man, all these major arcana coming up. Hierophant on the Chariot. We got the Wheel of Fortune on the Queen of Swords, but the Hangman is crossing it. But the Page of Wands. So there's definitely something. There could be something that you're thinking about doing, or something you're wanting to change. Something you're wanting to change and have something be different. This could definitely be in a romantic relationship. Or somebody could be wanting things with you. Somebody could be wanting a future with you. It definitely would be somebody you know. King of Pentacles, Five of Wands, the Four of Cups, Ten of Swords. You're not really sure what to do. I definitely feel like this is something... If this is something that's going on that you're wanting to change, it's something you're wanting to change that would make things better for you, and maybe there's a boundary setting as well. I still feel like with the Hierophant and the Judgment that came up out of both decks, some of you may be negotiating something, and you will. I mean, don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. Some of you may be wanting to tell someone how you feel, but you're not sure they feel the same way about you, or vice versa. Somebody could be wanting to tell you how they feel about you, Virgo, and they're not sure how you feel about them. The Empress with the Nine of Wands in the past. So somebody could be coming back from the past wanting a fresh start. Maybe somebody you haven't talked to for a while. Could be romantic, could be platonic. You're not sure. You're definitely not sure. King of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Four of Cups, Ten of Swords. Wow, not sure I can let go of the past. And if it's an opportunity, you're not sure that you can let go or ignore this opportunity. For some of you, something may be coming around that triggers you to think about the past. Doesn't necessarily mean with Mercury retrograde that everything is that somebody's going to come from the past, but it could be that you're kind of triggered by the past with something going on. And if you're worried about something moving forward that you're really wanting, I do see forward movement with that. Maybe you're getting something in a small way. You know, you're thinking about the future and you've got this vision, Ten of Cups and the Two of Wands. Almost tells me that you have a vision of your life or how you would like this situation. And we know the Ten of Cups can definitely be that, you know, fairy tale happy ending. And there is movement with this. A Four of Swords on the Sun are both healing cards. All right, so there is some progress. If you're dealing with a health issue of someone else, there could be some good news coming in with that, the Chariot with the Hierophant. But there could be healing in a relationship. I do feel like and that might have been if somebody's coming in from the past, or there's something that has shades of the past, Virgo, that's coming in here during November. And Yeah, there could be some conflict, definitely. Maybe they're coming, it's something for you to overcome for sure if it's just shades of the past that's kind of maybe preventing something with a further relationship. It's maybe holding you back from moving forward. You may be faced with something. That can be Uranus. Uranus moved back into Taurus today, the 7th, as I'm recording this bonus message. And so Uranus moved back into Taurus. And that's definitely, a lot about facing things. It's kind of bringing some things up. Uranus is retrograde right now. Things that are holding us back or blocking us. That could definitely go along with boundary setting, whether in the workplace or with family or in a relationship, setting boundaries in a relationship. But definitely if somebody's coming in from the past, they're wanting reconciliation, but I don't think you're sure about it. We got the Three of Pentacles in the middle, but the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. I think that you're either overcoming, if there is something that triggers you from the past, I feel like you're overcoming blockages. You may be standing up for yourself, speaking your piece. There could be something like that. We got that heal the ouch on the bottom. So whatever it is, you're overcoming it. If it's somebody coming in from the past, I don't see there being... I don't see there being reconciliation. Because I think that if they're coming in and approaching you, Virgo, that you don't see how it can be fixed, how y'all can move on. And with the Chariot clarified by the Hierophant, I see you really overcoming overcoming a major blockage, overcoming something that's really bothered you. There could even be something that comes up even in the workplace or with family. Again, some of you might be trying to do something and a family member is like, oh yeah, what about last time you did that, Virgo? And you're like, well, damn, it just knocks off your momentum a little bit. But you're going to be like, yeah, what about next time? Aunt June? No, I don't know. I don't have an Aunt June. I never have. Who knows where that came from? Let's look and see what the After Tarot has. The Hangman, the Strength card, lots of major arcana. This is a big turning point for you. And we got the Five of Wands, actually seeing something. Look at this. And really, plans I feel like kind of coming together. Seeing a little bit of a realization of the plan, making a solid plan for it, being able to move forward, putting the past behind you. I see these two figures looking at each other. They're both holding the world. So there could be something with forgiveness. There also could be something with just finishing out a cycle. And you got the Star. One more. I want to see what it is. And the Tower. Yeah, something's really going to surprise you. But I feel like with the Chariot and now we see the Lovers and the Nine of Pentacles, you're really overcoming something. The Lovers is definitely kind of like a crossroads and there's so much major arcana. Whatever is going on with this is almost like, okay, you got to go through this. This is your final test, all right? And you're leveling up beautifully. You're leveling up beautifully, Virgo. Leveling up beautifully. Coming out of conflict. So this was something, maybe you know what it is. Maybe it takes you by surprise. We saw the Tower. The Strength card, that's more of that healing, the ouch. And with the After Tarot and the Hangman, you see where she's feeding this and he's got that, bright light around him and he's maybe kind of looking at situations differently. But I almost see this kind of a nourishing, and we saw the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck down here. And I almost feel like that you're really, almost addressing something. Maybe some of you didn't know you needed to address it. But you're definitely putting something to rest. I see that sword there. It's like coming into clarity. I don't know. I don't know what I got going on there, Virgo. It's pretty deep. Sending all of you positive energy. And for those of you that resonate, just heal that ouch, man. It's time to heal that ouch so you can move forward and live the life that you envision for yourself fully. Good luck, friends.